Welcome back to Dubsy Bricks for another episode of Building Mandalore in Lego. And I've had a delivery from FedEx today, all the way from Germany. This is the largest Bricklink order I've ever placed. Over 27 kilos, 17,500 pieces. So I'm looking forward to cracking this open and showing you what we've got. We're going to be able to make some serious progress with this parcel. So let's crack into it and let's show you what's in there. And as you can see, there are thousands upon thousands of 1x4 bricks in dark bluish grey. Got some 1x8s in light bluish grey. A load of 2x2s in there, and a load more 2x2s. So let's get all these stacked up, and then we can show you exactly what's in there. And here's all the bricks put in stacks of 10, just so I can store them a lot easier, but also check everything was there. And unfortunately, there were a few bits missing, so I've had to contact the seller and hopefully they'll get that rectified. But yeah, I thought it was 17,000 bricks at all. It's actually 19,182. So I've got 2,700 of the lime 2x2 filler bricks, and over 5,600 in the nougat colour. The 1x4 bricks, and these, I know I still haven't got enough even after this order here, is 7,150. There's 6x1s, there's 100 of those. In the light bluish grey down here, we've got 400 of the 1x4s and 500 of the 1x8s. 1x1 of the dark bluish grey studs. We've got some window pieces here. These are the 3x3 windows. So I've got, I think it's 240 of the frames. So I've got 240 of the window pieces now. I've got 300 of the 1x3 window pieces. Got 100 of the 1x3 in dark brown windows. I've got 200 of the 1x2 windows. 100 of the 1x2 black windows, clear 1x1 studs, modified plate, 20 of these snot bricks, 1x8 in light bluish grey, some modified bricks, there's 100 of those, 50 of the handcuff pieces, and these are going to come in really useful for doing the finer details on Gotham, as well as these wing pieces here. So I want to do some gargoyles and little statuettes on some of the buildings, so I thought I'd start getting these little pieces in. 100 of the jumper plates in the dark bluish grey, some 1x4 plates, some of the brick slopes. These are very similar to what you get on the Ninjago roof pieces. So again, these are going to be really handy to use on the side of the flat roofs on the Gotham buildings. 50 of the 2x14 in dark bluish grey, 40 of these slopes here, 100 of the modified plates in dark bluish grey, 100 1x snot bricks, 4 minifigure heads, again road sign pieces, and again these are just going to be for the finer details around Gotham City, like the gargoyles and things like that. And I've got 20 of those, 1x2 plates in dark bluish grey, and again it's a couple of hundred of those, some 1x10 dark bluish grey, some of the corner bricks there. So again, I think there's about another 100 in that. 50 of these 1x6, I think it is, panels. So again, these are going to come in massively handy in Mandalore. I don't know how many of those I'm going to need, but I'm certainly going to need to be using all those up. Some corner snot bricks, 24 of these 1x6 arches. I use so many of those in Gotham. And then I've got some of these modified bricks here. There it is, 19,000 odd bricks. It's going to enable me to get so much more done now on Mandalore and also Gotham City as well. So can't wait to get started. I brought the Living Waters base plate up to the mock table here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this Mills plate here, which is going directly behind it, but I want to attach it to this one, so this is all one solid unit. And the reason I want to do that is I want to have it as 4 sections along the mock as opposed to 8 as I was originally going to have. It's just going to be a lot easier when clipping it together. It is going to mean moving it's going to be that little bit harder, got to be a little bit more careful, but I think it's definitely the way forward. So I'm going to tilt this section on its side, hopefully nothing collapses, then I can peel the base plate off at the bottom and replace these 2x2 bricks with some 6x2s, and then I'll get that all plated off and then build up from there. So let's get to it. Oops. Yeah, a little bit of a disaster. I was pushing down on the rock work as one of the plates wasn't clicking in place. I was trying to just put as much pressure on as possible, and yeah, hand slipped and it just destroyed everything that was here. A lot of it has come off in big chunks like this, so it shouldn't be too much trouble to get it all back together, but it is a couple of hours of rebuild required there, I think. But at least I haven't got it in the way now, so I can make this a lot stronger than it was before. So anyway, let's stop talking, let's get back to the repair work, and we'll check back in once we've done so. And just checking in with a quick update here to show you the back portion of the mock. And the support structure is coming on really well, using all the 2x2 bricks here and some 2x8 plates, which are going in both direction. And the amount of weight that I can put on this is really strong at the moment. It's not moving at all. Nice and sturdy, which is what I'm after. I have just rotated the base plate by 180 degrees, and when the front one was hanging over the table, it did feel very firm and well connected to the back portion. So when I'm rebuilding the rockwork up on here, again, I'm going to be connecting it to this back section, putting some cross beams again, connecting it to these, and that'll make it even stronger. So hopefully, when it comes to moving this mock around, I'm not going to have any problems at all. The one thing I have decided is that the roof section on here, I was at one stage going to do a mills plate flipped upside down so I could use normal slopes to get all the details that I wanted on there. However, I don't think that's going to be the best way forward. I don't think the strength is going to be there for what I need it to do. So I'm going to go to putting a normal plate roof on here, and then I will do some added details afterwards. And due to how this mock's going to be looking, where you're going to be viewing it from, I don't think it's going to take anything away from the overall aesthetic of the build. But anyway, that's enough talking. Let's get back to fixing the rock work. With all of the mocks that I've built so far, that each one has had rock work in, so I'm trying to mix it up so it looks different in each mock as I go along. Whilst looking for different pieces over here to go into the rock work, I've come across this ball joint. So I'm going to try and build this into the rock work. And what I'm thinking about doing is attaching it like so, building the rock work off of this section here so I can have it at a really unique angle. Then I'll build the rest of the rock work around it. So I think this is another way where we can just mix it up a little bit and do something that we haven't done before. So let's get to it and see what we come up with.
And here is the living waters of Mandalore. Still need to add some dark brown cheese wedges onto the walls on both sides. And I've added an extra row of slopes, as you would have seen in the time-lapse video there, to give it a little bit more depth to the details. These two pillars on the side there, I've just made those up. I couldn't find any really clear images whilst watching The Mandalorian, so I've just used some creative license and put them in like that. But really pleased with how this is looking and come out. In the Mandalorian episode, obviously, there are loads of pieces of rock on the bottom which are following the Purge of Mandalore. But due to the fact that this is based before the Purge of Mandalore and it's actually the Siege of Mandalore, I thought I'd just leave the floor all clear. And I've tried to break the tile detail up on the bottom of the floor here by using a few random bricks, some circular tiles, some quarter circles, and a couple of different colours as well, just to mix it up. But all in all, really happy with that. Having all the filler brick come in this week has been really helpful. Obviously, we've managed to get this section all built up here. However, I have run out of 2x8 plates, which is what I'm using to join the columns up together. So I need to go to the Lego store and get a few cups so I can build up that section there, which will be a replica of that one there. And then I need to continue raising that one up there. And obviously put some pillars underneath that section, which is where the building's going to go into. With the section at the back here, I want to build it into the rockwork. So I'm hoping I don't have too many problems integrating the two. I was able to lift this one up really easily and it felt really sturdy, and I want to make sure that I have the same, so I'm only connecting 4 sections together. When I first started designing Mandalore, it was going to be 16 sections, so each of the 8 base plates were going to have 2 levels before the actual city itself started. And then I decided I was just going to build them down together to make 8 sections, but now I'm just going to make it 4, so they'll just clip together side by side. That's the plan anyway. So once I've got the 2x8 plates in, I can build all those back sections up. And once I've done so, I've got to start working out how I'm going to get the roof section of the rocks on here. It needs to be strong enough to take the weight of the city. But again, I need to work out the tunnel design that's going to be going in there, so I make sure there's plenty of room on there. So there's going to be a lot of planning that I'm going to need to do going forward. But yeah, all in all, really happy with the progress made this week. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the update. If you have, please give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And please show your family and friends. Anyway, thanks for hopping on by. See you next time. Bye for now.